labor I've been doing ain't got no reason or rhyme.
I'll hop on the highway here. Whew, somebody stinks. Quite a bit of wind coming off this guy, dude. Holy smokes. Having to strong arm it a little bit. Today what the plan is, we're gonna kind of be headed towards the southeastern corner of Kansas. I kind of want to go to this town named Rock, Kansas. It's very small. I've been through it a time or two on my videos. It's probably about a block or two size wise, so very small. There's some pretty minimum maintenance roads out there. I haven't hit them in a few months. We're gonna kind of do a big loop. My wife wants to go to the lake, so then we're gonna meet my wife at the lake, Santa Fe Lake. And we're gonna kayak the rest of the day, I guess. I don't know. It's pretty hot, dude. I'm pretty miserable, for being honest. I got my my sheepskin to keep me cool on my seat. I got plenty of water in the back of my bike. We should be all right. I'm sure this phone I use as my GPS will overheat at some point here, but it's working for the time being. As much as I don't want it to rain, this cloud cover is quite nice. Kind of hope it stays. This traffic gets so backed up on this highway. It's not even 5, bro. It's 3:18 right now in the afternoon. So 5 o'clock, it's backed way up. Oh my gosh, bro. Get tired of these stoplights. I'm so glad I'm headed out of the city, because to be honest with you, I don't think I'll be able to handle sitting at these stoplights in this heat today. I've still got dried blood on my glove from the Honda XR 150L review when I crashed a drone into my face. That's pretty gross, but you know, it kind of looks like dirt. I think the plan is to stop at Augusta. I'm gonna gas up, maybe drink a little bit of water, and we'll shoot down Highway 77. Alright, gassed up. About to leave this town, Augusta, Kansas, where dreams go to die. Now I'm just kidding. It's actually a pretty nice little town. There's actually a free motorcycle museum here, and I've been there a time or two, and oh my gosh, it is awesome. It is quite the motorcycle collection that you can just go look at for free on the weekends. That's probably an up-and-coming video. We're gassed up. I got me an energy drink, so now we're just gonna shoot south on 77.
When time's on my mind, when condoms are on my heart, I've been sweating for my wages, but she'll cool me after dark. How she'll cool me after dark. I know she'll cool me after dark.
Whoa, I was not being very attentive, I'm not gonna lie, and I did not see that truck passing me, and I definitely was kind of weaving in my lane, so shame on me. Slap on the wrist. That was a very flamboyant slap. Here, I'll do a manly one. Bam! Slap on the wrist. I need to pay better attention. You know what, while we're out here, I think I'm gonna flip around. Let me get to the top of the hill, that way make sure we're in the clear, act like we're turning onto this road. As a matter of fact, we'll do this legally. We will actually turn onto this road, and then we will do a possibly illegal U-turn. I don't see a solid yellow line though, so I think we're in the clear. Then we're gonna turn left onto Highway 77. We're gonna actually head north here for a second. We're gonna go look at a landmark back here. And actually, this landmark is a little bit special to me, because about a year ago when I got the KLR tagged, this was the first place I took the KLR to, and then I rode about 100 miles past it, and it was an awesome trip, and it really made me appreciate the Kansas landscape, if you will. So if this is what I am thinking it is, I can't remember. Oh yes, we are in the right spot. I recognize this massive rock. Word of advice for anybody who's kind of getting new at dual sport riding: gravel can be very intimidating, especially when it's kind of bigger rocks like this, which really these aren't even that big. I mean, once you get into like the Flint Hills of Kansas, you're practically riding on bowling balls out there. You got rocks about that big building the road. Really, the biggest word of advice I can give you guys is just ride it out, man. It's sketchy, you know, but just kind of let the bike do its thing. You're gonna know when the bike's gonna throw you off. You're gonna definitely feel it, and you're gonna be able to correct it. You'll have time to correct it. But for the most part, all this little bouncing around that the tires like to do, and the little jolts and jumps and jabs kind of the front tire does while you're riding these gravel roads. Really, you got to let the bike kind of do its thing and ride it out. I know it's sketchy, and I know it probably doesn't feel normal. It's not going to throw you off. Those little rocks, it's going to feel sketchy. It's going to take some getting used to, but you just got to ride it out and let the bike do its thing. I don't know if that made any sense, but you know, at least made sense to me. Wow, look how tall this corn is, man. I probably did not need a duck, but I felt the need to. But this is a very old bridge. It's called the Old Mulvane Bridge. Bridge to Mulvane, I think. And it goes over the Walnut River here in Kansas. It's just a very beautiful, nice spot. Yes, it's a very, very nice bridge. And there's somebody down there. Probably a little worried for their safety because some guy on a motorcycle just rode by, was talking to himself. But yeah, it's just kind of a nice little peaceful spot, especially if you like to fish. I've seen people fishing off that bridge before. The DOT has yet to replace it. I'm sure they will within the next 10 years. I'm sure it'll become unsafe, but it's still there for the time being, and it's an awesome little spot. I couldn't tell you when that bridge was built. There's a lot of really old bridges around here, and actually in my first YouTube video I ever posted on this channel, I explored a bunch of those bridges, and it was quite fun, and made me quite saddle sore as well. You don't really see a whole lot of roads like this in Kansas, just kind of the rocks, the big rocks on the side and things like that. Just usually you're kind of out in flat territory, and oh, okay, cool, he's waving me around. Thank you. Question is, I don't know, man. We'll head to Rock. I think Rock is just like 5 minutes south of here, so we'll head that way. Here we are, we're in Rock, Kansas, unincorporated. That means it's a massive town. That's what that means. Been here a few times. I've even filmed a video here once, not about the town or anything. We just passed through it, and the dirt for some reason kind of turns red over here. We're not very close to Oklahoma. I guess we're a little farther south than we would be, so maybe a little bit closer to Oklahoma than we normally would be in Sedgwick and Butler County, but I don't know why the dirt just kind of gets red down here. And this is kind of what I mean when I say minimum maintenance roads. Just kind of a lot of terrain like this and a lot of shotgun shells. Somebody's been shooting something out here. Hopefully it was something, not someone. Might have just drove across a crime scene. I've never been down this way, so we're gonna take a left, see what it leads us to. Hopefully it's not somebody's private driveway. End up with a shotgun in my face. That would not be ideal. Probably make for good content, but probably not an ideal situation to be in. Oh wow, very pretty. I'm actually gonna pull over right here real quick. We are going to adjust some things, and we're gonna let the bike cool off. Ooh. Oh yeah, this is coming off. I don't want to lose this. As a matter of fact, I should probably drink some water real quick. Got very fresh, it looks like raccoon tracks right here. And even a deer right there, some deer prints. Definitely a lot of wildlife out here. I think it's a perfect spot just with it being along the river. Just tons of animals come down here. And you can also tell a lot of humans come down here. The old twisted tea can. Sign of civilization right there. Looks like the easiest way to kind of get towards Santa Fe Lake is going to be turning around, just coming back where we came from. So we'll turn around right up here. Beautiful, it's beautiful out here. Just a little hot. All right, let's head on back.
Quittin' times on my mind, but the kind eyes are on my heart. I've been sweating for my wages, but she'll cool me after dark. How she'll cool me after dark. I know she'll cool me after dark.
The KLR 650. I think a lot of people get these bikes kind of as beginners touring bikes. That was kind of the idea behind me getting it. I also wanted a dual sport again because I used to ride them when I was younger. Can this bike do the same things as like you go out and you spend all the money on a touring bike? Kinda, to a point. I've ridden this bike in 4 different states. I've ridden tons of different highways on this bike. For the most part, this bike can do highway. I mean, it's kind of at the max, but you can still do highway. You look now, we're cruising at 65, 70. We're doing just fine. I will say, on my way home from Missouri once on this bike, so I live in Kansas. I had to do a long stretch traveling west to get home on a highway, and the speed was 70 miles an hour, and I had 30 mile an hour winds pushing north. That was terrifying. I had never wanted to be on a Goldwing more than I did those like 2 hours I rode that highway. That was terrifying and miserable, and I really wished I had a little more power on this thing. For one, fighting the wind, and for two, just, I don't know, maybe I would have felt more comfortable just having that extra oomph in case somebody were to cut me off or, you know, push me, because I was really focusing on not letting the bike blow into a semi that was oncoming the other way. Okay, so we gotta go buy a pass or something to be here for the day, because unfortunately Santa Fe Lake is a private lake, so my little state parks passport that I bought for the year for this bike will not work. And I hope she bought a pass for my truck, because I don't want any tickets. Hello. She's gonna go get her favorite spot, I guess, so I'm just gonna follow.
I'm taking out my woman and we're dancing barefoot tonight. Quittin' time's on my mind, but condos are on my heart. I've been sweating for my wages, but she'll cool me after dark. How she'll cool me after dark. Oh, she'll cool me after dark.